Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Welcome to my RLA review series practice quiz. For this video, we are going to cover professional practice, and this is our first part for professional practice questions. So before proceeding with the video, you can get a piece of paper and sulat nyo na lang. Write down question numbers 1 to 30 para prepared na kayo sa pagsagot sa quiz. And then for every question, write down the corresponding letter of your answer from the multiple choice. Kung kailangan yung i-post muna yung video para may time kayo to answer, please do so. Para makita nyo yung sagot nyo kung tama or mali later on, no? So at the end of the quiz, count the number of your correct answers para ma-evaluate natin kung ano so far ang nare-remember yung mga topics sa inyong ALE review. So for question number 1, what is the document or standard form of agreement that defines the scope of work and amount of contract, among others, in a construction job? Letter A, specialty service contract. Letter B, contract documents agreement. Letter C, service agreement. And letter D, owner-contractor agreement. So you have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, so the correct answer is letter D, owner-contractor agreement. So according to UAP document 301, or the general conditions, the agreement or the owner-contractor agreement is the contract between the owner and the contractor undertaking the project described in the contract documents, including all supplemental agreements thereto and all general and special provisions pertaining to the work or materials therefore. On the other hand, RA 9266 refers to the agreement, meaning it is a duly notarized written contract or equivalent public instrument stipulating the scope of services and guaranteeing compensation of such services to be rendered by an architect registered and licensed under RA 9266. Itong service na agreement na to is also known as the owner-architect agreement. So yung sa construction is the owner-contractor agreement. So question number 2, what is the document that describes and defines the design, material to be used, and the standards of workmanship in construction? Letter A, material schedule. Letter B, specifications. Letter C, general conditions. And letter D, conditions of contract. So you have 10 seconds. So the correct answer here is specifications. So under UAP document 301, specifications are defined as the written or the printed description of work to be done, describing the qualities of material and the mode of construction. On the other hand, Letter C, general conditions means the printed documents stipulating the procedural, and the administrative aspects of the contract. Question number 3. The common term for the drawing submitted to the OBO after the completion of project construction is letter A, detailed plans, letter B, as-built plans, letter C, completion drawings, and letter D, building plans. So you have 10 seconds. So the correct answer is letter B, as-built plans. So according to UAP Document 301, as-built drawings are the working drawings showing the system and actual locations of outlets, fixtures, services, and equipment that were installed. On the other hand, as per the NBCP, the as-built plans and specifications may be just an orderly and comprehensive compilation of all the documents, which include the originally submitted plans and specifications and all amendments thereto as actually built. Or they may be an entirely new set of plans and specifications accurately describing and or reflecting therein the building structure as actually built. So ito yung entirely new set of plans sa mga buildings na walang nagawang mga plano at kailangan yung gumawa ng panibagong as-built plans and specifications. So we go to question number 4. So what is the legal provision that shall be incorporated in all contract documents and other instruments of service prepared by all architects? Letter A, current and valid professional tax receipt. Letter B, ownership of plans and specifications. Letter C, signature and seal of the architect. And letter D, valid certificate of registration and professional ID card. So you have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, so the correct answer here is letter C, signature and seal of the architect. Although for your drawings, you need to indicate also your current and valid professional tax receipt. And also your documents must be accompanied by copies of your professional ID card, photocopies of your ID cards. But all of these documents shall contain the signature and seal of an architect. So under RA 9266 Section 20 on the seal, issuance, and use of the seal, item number 5, all architectural plans, designs, specifications, drawings, and architectural documents relative to the construction of a building shall bear the seal and signature only of an architect registered and licensed under this Act, together with his professional identification card number and the date of its expiration. Item number 5. The invitation to bid may not contain information about blank. Letter A, place to submit bid. Letter B, deciding party. Letter C, project name. And letter D, project location. So again, 10 seconds for your answer. Okay, so the correct answer here is deciding party. So, according to UAP Document 301, advertisement or invitation to bid is a notice published by the owner or the invitations issued to prospective bidders, giving information to the nature of the proposed project. Number 2, conditions for the issuance of the contract documents. Number 3, date of bidding. And number 4, information is the estimated cost or information that would give the contractor a general idea of the magnitude and extent of the project. So we go to question number 6. The maximum imprisonment as penalty to architect found guilty of malpractice under RA 9266 is blank. Letter A, 10 years. Letter B, 6 years. Letter C, 3 months. And letter D, 6 months. So you have 10 seconds. So the correct answer here is 6 years is the maximum imprisonment. So according to RA 9266 Section 29 on the prohibition in the practice of architecture and penal clause, any person shall be guilty of misdemeanor and charged in court by the commission and shall, upon conviction, be sentenced to a fine of not less than 100,000 pesos, but not more than 5 million pesos, or to suffer imprisonment for a period not less than 6 months or not exceeding 6 years, or both penalty, fine, and imprisonment at the discretion of the court. Question number 7. The minimum imprisonment as penalty to architect found guilty of malpractice under RA 9266 is letter A, 6 years, letter B, 8 years, letter C, 3 months, and letter D, 6 months. So again, you have 10 seconds. So the correct answer is letter D, 6 months. Kung na-remember nyo kanina question number 6, nabanggit kanina under section 29 that the maximum is 6 years but the minimum is not less than 6 months. Again, the penalty or the fine is not less than 100,000 pesos or not more than 5 million pesos. Question number 8. What is not an architect's responsibility in relation to the people? Letter A. He shall promote the interest of his/her professional organization. Letter B. He shall use every possible means, including paid advertisement, to promote his services. And letter C. He shall strive to improve the environment and the life and habitat. And letter D, he shall respect and help serve the systems of values and natural, historic, and cultural heritage of the community. So you have 20 seconds to answer this one. So the correct answer here is letter B. He shall use every possible means, including paid advertisement, to promote his services. The reason, according to the architect's responsibilities in relation to the people, the architect shall not use paid advertisement, nor use self-laudatory, exaggerated, or misleading publicity. We go to question number 9. On what is not an architect's responsibility in relation to his/her client? Letter A. He shall guarantee every estimate and cost of work for the project. Letter B. He shall advise his or her client against proceeding with any project whose practicability may be questionable. And letter C. He shall explain to his/her client from the very beginning the exact nature and scope of his/her services. And letter D. He shall introduce to his or her prospective client the services he/she is competent to perform. So you have also 20 seconds to answer this. So, our answer here is letter A. He shall guarantee every estimate and cost of work for the project. So, according to our Code of Ethics, the architect's responsibilities in relation to his/her client, one of that is that the architect shall explain the conditional character of the estimate. So, conditional character because paiba-iba ang possible na maging presyo ng materials depende sa time. And in no case shall he/she guarantee any estimate. So, hindi ka pwede mag-guarantee ng estimates or the cost of the work in order to secure a commission unless provided for by law, as in certain government projects. Mahirap mag-guarantee kasi pabago-bago nga ang situation. Ang presyo ng materials at saka ang architect ay walang control sa cost ng construction dahil iba naman ang gagawa ng construction. So, question number 10. What is not an architect's responsibility in relation to the contractor? The letter A. He shall reject bribes or commissions from the contractor. And letter B. He shall give reasonable full support to the contractor by furnishing clear, definite, and consistent information in all pertinent contract documents. And letter C. He shall knowingly call upon the contractor to correct or remedy oversights or errors subject to variation cost. And letter D. He shall promptly inspect works completed and issue the certificate of payment. So you have 20 seconds. So, our correct answer here is letter C. He shall knowingly call upon the contractor to correct or remedy oversights or errors subject to variation cost. So, hindi dapat pinapasa sa contractor, no? Yung mga oversights or errors. Instead, according to the architect's responsibilities in relation to the contractor, the architect shall not knowingly call upon the contractor to correct or remedy oversights or errors in the contract document to the contractor's or the owner's financial disadvantage. Question number 11. Deadline on payment of professional tax receipt is blank. A. April. B. June. Letter C. March. And letter D. January. 10 seconds. So our correct answer here is January. So accordingly, the PTR or the professional tax receipt is proof of your annual payment of professional tax. Section 139 of the Local Government Code 1 mandates all provincial governments to charge annual professional tax to individuals engaged in professional practice that requires government examination. So kasama dyan ang architects. If you are a professional under the PRC or Professional Regulation Commission's authority, paying tax annually is a requirement for you. The PTR number should be written in your deeds, prescriptions, receipts, books of account, reports, designs, surveys, and the such for it to serve as proof of your professional license. If you don't have a PTR, you will not be permitted to practice your profession. The professional tax shall be payable annually on or before the 31st day of January. So penalties are applicable when PTR is renewed later or after January 31. So any person first beginning to practice a profession after the month of January must, however, pay the full tax before engaging therein. So question number 12. The most common renewal of business permit is done in the month of blank. Letter A, January. Letter B, June. Letter C, April. And letter D, February. 10 seconds. So our answer here is letter A, January. So the most common renewal period for business permits in the Philippines is in January. Specifically, the renewal is usually done between January 1st and January 20th. Some local government units or LGUs may extend this deadline, so it's best to confirm the specific period with your local LGU. Penalties and surcharges may be imposed after this period. So question number 13. The first step in renewal of business license is securing blank permit. Letter A, sanitary. Letter B, health. Letter C, barangay. And letter D, mayors. 10 seconds. Okay, so our correct answer here is barangay. So you should first get a new barangay clearance or barangay business permit at your local barangay hall before renewing your business permit at the city hall or municipal hall. Question number 14. When is the deadline of filing the income tax return? Letter A, May 15. Letter B, March 15. Letter C, June 15. And letter D, April 15. 10 seconds. So our answer here is April 15. The annual income tax return for individuals filing date shall be filed on or before April 15 of each year, covering income for the preceding taxable year. Question number 15. What is the general percentage rate of VAT or Value Added Tax in the Philippines? Letter A, 10%. B, 15%. Letter C, 20%. And letter D, 12%. Our correct answer here is letter D, 12%. So VAT applies to practically all sales of services and imports, as well as to the sale, barter, exchange, or lease of goods or properties, tangible or intangible. So kasama yung architectural services dito. Yan. The tax is equivalent to a uniform rate of 12% based on the gross selling price of goods or property sold or gross receipts from the sale of services. Question number 16. In comparative selection, the client selects the architect at what stage? Letter A, pre-qualification. Letter B, interview. Letter C, evaluation and ranking. And letter D, an invitation of a company. So you have 10 seconds. Our correct answer here is letter C, evaluation and ranking. So according to the SPP documents, for comparative selection that is conducted by committees representing institutions, corporations, or public agencies, the selection process involves first invitation, second is the pre-qualification, and third is interview, fourth is verification, fifth is evaluation and ranking, and sixth is negotiation. So makita nyo dito sa evaluation and ranking, ng selection committee may adopt its own procedure in evaluating the entries and recommending the most capable firm. So dito sa stage na to, mapipili na kung sino ang magiging architect. Then afterwards, saka yung kakaroon ng negotiation. Question number 17. Any set of design drawing made to articulate a design concept is called, letter A, presentation studies. B, preliminary sketches. C, presentation drawings. And letter D, exhibitions drawings. 10 seconds. So, our answer here is preliminary sketches. So, pag sinabing preliminary sketches is a set of design drawings used to articulate a design concept commonly referred to as preliminary sketches or conceptual drawings. These initial drawings are used to explore ideas and develop a foundation for the final design. So question number 18. What are drawings that describe the character of the project as to structural, mechanical, electrical, and all other essentials? Letter A, engineering drawings. Letter B is schematic design phase. Letter C, contract documents. And letter D, contractor. So our correct answer here is letter A, engineering drawings. So according to the SPP document 202 on the contract document phase, based on the approved design development documents, the architect prepares the complete contract documents consisting of detailed designs and construction drawings, setting forth in detail the work required for the architectural. But aside from the architectural, we have the structural, electrical, plumbing, sanitary, mechanical, electronic, and communication works prepared by the respective professionals involved, the engineers particularly. So they are referred to as engineering drawings or documents. So we go to question number 19. Who pays the construction supervisor should the owner require during construction? Letter A, architect. Letter B, owner. Letter C, project manager. And letter D, contractor. Ten seconds. Our answer here is the owner. So according to SPP document 202 on the regular services of the architect for full-time construction supervision, and in this type of service, upon recommendation of the architect and with the approval of the owner, a full-time construction supervisor, as will be deemed necessary, shall be engaged and paid by the owner. Now, if no project construction manager is present, the full-time construction supervisor shall be under the technical control and supervision of the architect, and shall make periodic reports to the owner and to the architect regarding the progress and quality of the work done. So question number 20. Which method of compensation is flexible and easy to apply relative to size and complexity of the project? So letter A, percentage of construction cost. Letter B, lump sum fee or fixed fee. Letter C, multiple of direct personnel expense. And letter D, professional fee plus expenses. So our correct answer here is letter A, percentage of construction cost. So according to the architect's guidelines, the percentage based on project construction cost is the most common worldwide. This method is the most common worldwide. The amount of the percentage is related to the size and the type of the project. The percentage also will vary depending on the classification of building, the complexity of building requirements, the construction value, the type of construction contract, and other adjustment factors that constitute the extent of work to be performed by the architect. The professional fee of the architect is determined by multiplying the specified percentage times the estimated or awarded or final project construction costs of the project for which services are furnished. This method is fair to both the client and the architect, as the fee is pegged to the cost of the project the client is willing to undertake. It is flexible and easy to apply, since if there will be changes, additions, or deductions of the work demanded by the project or required by the client, the professional fee of the architect also adjusts correspondingly without amending the scope of work as provided in the service agreement. Question number 21. What is the most common percentage per day of delay of the contract price? The sum of liquidated damages due to failure of the contractor to complete the project on time. Letter A, 10%. Letter B, 1/10 of 1%. Letter C, 5%. And letter D, 1%. 10 seconds. So our correct answer is letter B, 1/10 of 1%. So according to UAP document 301, when you say liquidated damages, it is understood that time is an essential feature of the owner-contractor agreement, and that upon failure to complete the said contract within the contract time, the contractor shall be required to pay the owner the liquidated damages in the amount stipulated in the contract agreement. The said payment to be made as liquidated damages and not by way of penalty. The owner may deduct from any sum due or to become due the contractor any sums accruing for liquidated damages as herein stated. Now, for purposes of calculating, the actual completion date shall be the date certified by the architect under Article 20.11 of the UAP document 301. Now, according to GPPB, the Government Procurement Policy Board, the applicable liquidated damages is at least 1/10 of a percent of the cost of the unperformed portion for every day of delay, wherein the unperformed portion means the portion of the work that was not completed on time according to the project schedule. Now, the total amount of liquidated damages cannot exceed 10% of the contract price. So we go to question number 22. Whenever class of material is specified by trade name or by catalog references, substitution can be allowed with approval of the blank. Letter A, architect of record. Letter B, construction manager. Letter C, owner. And letter D, building official. 10 seconds. So our answer here is letter A, architect of record. So according to UAP document 301, trade name, materials, and substitutes. So whenever item or class of material is specified exclusively by trade name by manufacturer's name or by catalog reference, only such items shall be used except as provided for in the following paragraph. No substitution shall be made for any material, article, or process required under contract unless approved in written or in writing by the architect. So question number 23. What is the SPP document that deals on architect specialized services? Letter A, document 202. Letter B, document 203. Letter C, SPP document 204. And letter D, SPP document 205. 10 seconds to answer. So our correct answer here is letter B, to document SPP document 203. So these are the different services of the architect as per the 2010 SPP, and you will see here that document 203 is the SPP on the specialized architectural services, not allied services anymore. So we don't call it the SPP on the architect's allied services, but instead on the specialized architectural services. Yung iba kasi nakikita ko, ginagamit pa rin ay allied. Hindi na tama yun. Correction yan is specialized architectural services or the specialization of architects. The different specialized field of practice of architects. So question number 24. What is the specific provision of RA 9266 stating that architectural interiors is one of the subjects for the licensure examination of architects? Letter A, Section 3, number 14. Letter B, Section 14, number 4. And letter C, Section 13, number 4. And letter D, Section 14, number 3. Seconds to finalize your answer. Okay, so our final answer here is letter D, section 14, item number 3. As per section 14, subjects for examination, you will see here that item number 3 states urban design and architectural interiors. So question number 25, what is the specific provision of RA 9266 stating that architectural interiors is one of the scope of the practice of architecture? Letter A, section 4, number 3, item G. Letter B, section 4, section 3, number 4, item H. Letter C, section 4, number 4, item G. And letter D, section 3, number 4, item G. So you have 10 seconds. So our final answer here is section 3, item number 4, item G. So according to section 3, definition of terms, number 4 is the scope of the practice of architecture encompassing blank blank blank. Item G here is the planning, architectural layouting, and utilization of spaces within and surrounding such buildings or structures, housing design and community architecture, architectural interiors, and space planning. architectural detailing, architectural lighting, acoustics, architectural layouting of mechanical, electrical, electronic, sanitary, plumbing, communications, and other utility systems, equipment, and fixtures. Question number 26. What is the provision of RA 9266 that states structural design is one of the subjects in LEA? So we have letter A, section 13, number 2. Letter B, section 14, number 2. Letter C, section 13, number 4. And letter D, section 12, number 3. So you have 10 seconds. So our final answer here is letter B, section 14, number 2. So according to the section 14 subjects for examination, number 2 includes structural design, building materials and architectural specifications, and methods of construction and utilities. But this actually refers more to architectural concepts, no more computations on this particular subject. So question number 27. What does not apply to structural conceptualization with regards to structural elements as defined in RA 9266? Letter A, strength. Letter B, arrangement. Letter C, type. And letter D, proportion. So we have 10 seconds to finalize. Okay, so our final answer here is letter A, strength. So under section 3, definition of terms, number 5 defines structural conceptualization as the means the act of conceiving, choosing, and developing the type, disposition, arrangement, and proportioning of the structural elements of an architectural work, giving due consideration to safety, cost effectiveness, functionality, and aesthetics. So walang strength kasi walang ang computations na gagawin na dito sa ating scope of practice. Number 28. Question number 28. Once an architect is duly registered, membership to the PRBoA is blank. Letter A, required. B, discretionary. Letter C, automatic. And letter D, optional. 10 seconds to pick your answer. So our correct answer here is letter C, automatic. So according to section 40 of Article 5, integration of the architecture profession, stating that the architecture profession shall be integrated into one national organization, which shall be accredited by the board, subject to the approval by the Commission as the integrated and accredited professional organization of architects, provided, however, that such an organization shall be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission as a non-profit, non-stock corporation to be governed by bylaws, providing for a democratic election of its officials. An architect duly registered with the board shall automatically become a member of the PRBoA and shall receive the benefits and privileges provided for in RA 9266 upon payment of the required fees and dues. Membership in the Integrated and Accredited Professional Organization of Architects shall not be a bar to membership in other associations of architects. Question number 29. What is required of agencies or organizations who secure the service of a foreign professional authorized by the law to practice in the Philippines? So letter A, secure a special permit from PRC and DOLE. Letter B, secure work visa from the Bureau of Immigration. And letter C, apply a work visa from the Department of Foreign Affairs. And letter D, registration of the person with the SEC. So we have 10 seconds. Okay, so our final answer here is letter A, secure a special permit from the PRC and DOLE. So according to Section 38 of RA 9266, the coverage of temporary special permits. So within 30 calendar days after the commission appointment date, the commissioning party shall be responsible to secure the temporary special permit or TSP from the board, subject to approval by the PRC. DOLE, upon compliance with the qualifications required and receipt of a copy of the said TSP, shall issue the employment permit. So both PRC and DOLE. Okay, last question, number 30. What is to be executed before any person can require an architect to perform any service? Otherwise, he/she shall be guilty of misdemeanor. Letter A, research and information gathering. Letter B, preliminary sketches and studies. Letter C, written contract agreement. And letter D, feasibility studies and interview. 10 seconds to finalize your answer. So our final answer here is letter C, written contract agreement. So according to Section 30, Prohibition in the Practice of Architecture, it says any person or entity, whether public or private, Filipino or foreigner, who which shall entice, compel, coerce, require, or otherwise force an architect, registered and licensed under this Act, to undertake, perform any service under the general practice of architecture as defined under this Act, without first executing a written contract service agreement, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. So, ang isang kliyente, kapag pinipwersa ang arkitekto na mag-submit na ng mga drawings na wala pang pinipirmahang kontrata, pwede masampahan ng kaso. And guilty of a misdemeanor and shall upon conviction be sentenced to a fine of not less than 200,000 pesos or to suffer imprisonment for a period not exceeding 6 years, or both 200,000 pesos plus imprisonment of 6 years at the discretion of the court. So that's it for your quiz, for the first part of your Prof. Prac quiz. Now count your correct answers, and this will be your rating. For correct answers 27 to 30, that is excellent. If your score is 24 to 26, that is very good. If your score is 19 to 23, that is good. And 16 to 18, considered as fair. However, if your score is 0 to 15, that is considered as poor and you still have to study harder. So thank you for listening, and you can watch out for my succeeding videos. You can scan this QR code for more information about the Atlas CDC reviews.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.